Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good.
Good. All right, let's work on this new move. So I'm not even doing the form with you because I'm just assuming that you're doing this at home. So we're just going to work on these moves. You're almost done with the third section, believe it or not.
No, I'm done. I'm not done. I have to work on it all the time. And
But But yes, that's true. But you've only you after this move, there's only one more move, and you're done with the third section already, quote unquote. Right? Okay, so let's start with the fist beneath elbow. Repulse the monkey, stir the pots, relax, step back, repulse the monkey, stir the pot, relax, step back, repulse the monkey. And then one big circle, two, press elbow on the right, three, hidden hand punch, four, press elbow on the left side. So this last move that we're working on is called step back and press elbow. Right? It's very descriptive. You know, a lot of the moves are very poetic. Repulse the monkey. All right. White crane spreads its wings. This one's just step back and pressure your elbow. So it's pretty descriptive. Um, okay, so four parts to this. All right. Right foot forward, weight to the left, weight to the right, weight back to the left, weight to the right, stays on the right, stays on the right. Right? I could actually lift that back foot up. Relax. Right? Now I'm going to need to adjust my left toes down here. Down here. All right. Watch. All right. So I turn them in and then step back. Press elbow, relax, turn them in and hidden hand punch. Spin, step back. Now all my weight's to the left. Press elbow. So the weight shifts on here are quite simple. Pulse the monkey. Part one, left, right, left. Part two, all the weight on the right, press elbow. Part three, hidden hand punch. Part four, step back, press elbow. So this is a move where it pays uh, it pays to pay some attention to which circles you're doing. Are you doing front to back circles? Are you doing side to side circles? Are you doing level circles? All right. So watch, and I'll ask you: What kind of circle is this?
Um,
Side to side,
side to side circle.
which is called a what?
I'm blanking.
Okay. Front to back circles are Lee circles.
Lee
Li.
circle. Lee,
Side to
Lee.
side to side circles are shoe circles.
Lee.
Level circles are pin.
Pin.
Right? So now let me ask you as we go through, watch. Just watch. What's this?
Shoe.
What's this?
Shoe.
No.
No. Ping.
Ping. All right. Shoe. Ping. What's this?
Ping.
Yes. What's this?
Lee.
Yes. Front to back. Now, lots of times when you're doing circles, you're using your hands, so they're real big. In this case, we're just using the elbow. Boom. But it's still going back to front. Right? It's a front to back circle. So what you've got in the first two parts are, right, shoe, ping, ping, Lee. All right. That little formula is what you follow in order to do this. That's the first half. All right. Shoe, side to side, ping, ping back, Lee. All right, now comes the second half. What's this? You can see my waist turning.
Ping.
Yes, ping. What's this?
Ping.
Yes. Right. Right. Now, what's this?
Ping.
Yes. What's this?
Lee.
Lee, right? All right, that's your algorithm. That's your formula, right? And if you think about it, it actually really simplifies everything.
Yeah, except that for me, it's not obvious. I really have to think 3 times before saying anything.
That's true, but that's only because you're a beginner. Pretty soon, you'll be able to just look at something and tell what it is. All right, watch. I'm going to show you the next move. Right now, you ought to be able to look at that and go, okay, he's doing, what is this?
Shoe.
Right, it's a shoe circle. Right, what's this?
Shoe.
Yes. What's this?
Lee.
It's another shoe.
Shoe.
What's this? Another shoe. What's this? Oh, that's got some ping in it. All right. I listen, I can remember going through this myself 40 years ago. It takes a little while to get it, but when you get it, what happens is the moves become like jewels on a necklace. And you understand, okay, it's shu, ping, ping, li, etc. Right? I'm going to do it again. You tell me what I'm doing. What am I doing?
Shu,
What am I doing?
shu,
What am I doing?
li,
What am I doing?
shu. No, ping, ping,
What am I doing?
ping,
Right? What am I doing?
shu. No, no, ping, ping,
What am I doing?
li.
Li. Boom. The truth is, most moves are not purely li, purely shu, purely ping. There's always a little mixture going on. But it's like when you cook, you might use several different spices, but there should be a lead spice of some kind, right? There's something that determines the flavor of the dish. So you can think of it like that. Oh yeah, okay, I'm doing a shu, but maybe there's a little li in it too. But it's mostly shu. Maybe it's 90% shu and only 10% li. So we just call it shu. Shu, li, or excuse me, shu,
Shu,
ping, ping, li, ping, 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 li. Shu, ping, ping, li, ping, 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 li. Shu, ping, ping, li, ping, 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 li. Is that clear?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yes. You have to memorize it first. As time goes on, it becomes less about memorizing and more about your body just doing it. But at the beginning, it's a lot of work. That's what
I like this move. It's pretty.
Good. I like this move too. All right. So I've told you this before, but I'll tell you again. The hardest thing you will ever do in Tai Chi is this first form. I'm serious. Even when you get to the really advanced forms, they're easier because you've got all this background.
I just want this one. I just want to know this one.
Well, you'll get it. All right. All right. Follow me.
You lost me.
You just practice it and
yeah,
you will get this. I think there's enough material in the recordings from yesterday and today that if you review these recordings, you should be able to get this.
Yeah,
Did
definitely.
did it help for me to do it with my back to you?
Oh, yes, it always helps. Always.
Let me do it a couple more times with my back to you then. Repulse the monkey. Shoo. Ping. Ping. Lee. Ping. 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 Lee. Shoo. Ping. Ping. Lee. Ping. 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 Lee. So when you review this, watch the footwork.
Mhm.
I'll go over the footwork one more time. It's actually pretty simple footwork, but there's a couple little places where you have to do something particular. All right. Weight to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Now, straighten your foot up. And hidden hand punch. Notice that, both together. By your body retreating, somebody's rushing at you. You put your arm up so that there's something between you and that bad guy, right? He's going to grab your arm. That's when you hit him in the solar plexus. Boom. And then spin. Now, when I reach out like this to grab my own elbow, that's when I step back. Watch. Step back. And then press. Press. Press.
It's a lot.
Okay, I'm going to give you the last move in this section is called middle winding. The middle center winding, right? Sort of spinning around. I love this move. It's a lot of fun. All right. One, two. Okay, so there's 4 parts in this move. Almost all the moves that we're doing in this beginning form involve the first 4 of the what are called the Ba Jin, the 8 energies. So we're just practicing the first 4. However, every once in a while, something gets thrown in from the higher numbers. This is one place. So the first 4 energies are Peng, Lu, An, and Ji. The second 4 are Tsai, Leia, Zhou, Kao. What is going to get thrown into this move? It's Tsai. Tsai means to pluck. So if you have an apple tree in your front yard, pluck. you pluck, all right? Suck, all right? Watch. Suck. Now, you can do Sai. I just did Sai with hands that go up and grab the apples and pull them down. And that's okay. You can do it that way. However, the traditional way to do this move, you're not grabbing and pulling down. You're just using your open palms. So it looks like this. All right. So you could be doing different things. You might just be putting your hands up on somebody's shoulders and just pulling their shoulders down, for instance. Or you could be grabbing someone's arm and pulling their arm down. Now you'll notice what does the work is not your arms doing this. It's your step. You step. Yeah. In other words, you're using the weight of the body to do this. Right? All right. You finish with your weight forward. And now to move into middle winding, the weight goes back to the right. You go under your danshan. You come up high. And then boom. Now watch these toes here. Need to make a little adjustment. Otherwise, your foot gets uncomfortable. As you come up, just let your body turn naturally. Yeah, try it.
It's left forward.
Left forward. All right.
Yeah.
As you just finished the previous move. Shift your weight back to the right. Now watch. Go under the danshan. Just relax your arms. Go under, go over, go under again. You get the idea, yeah. All right. Weight to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And you're really using the weight and mass of the body to do this, not the arms. Yeah. Okay, that's the first one. All right. The first circle. Now, what kind of circle is that? Li, Shu, or Ping?
Two.
Yeah, it's pretty much Shu. Yeah. Okay, now the second move looks a little tricky. It's not really, but there's a little flourish in there. All right, I'll show you. 1, 2. The flourish is that part there. It's the reason you do the flourish is to readjust your weight. So it's another Shu circle. So what are you doing? The first circle, you're pulling somebody down. Right? You've thrown them away. Right? You're a superhero. You've just thrown that guy over there. Now here comes his evil twin brother. Smack. You just smack him in the head, right? Smack. And now maybe he's grabbed your, maybe he's smart and he's grabbed your arm, right? Boom. What you're doing is knocking him off your hand. He's grabbed hold of your arm like this. You just smack him, all right? Now, when we do it, you can go out in front of your hand like that. Kind of the traditional way to do it is basically to touch your own hand. All right. And the fun part is stomping your foot, because that makes you seem real cool when you do that, right? Hit him. All right, you're gonna step out to hit this guy. Step out. Step out. Step out. Oh, he's got your hand. Wow. Right? So you're doing this and you're doing the foot at the same time. Step out and hit. Boom. Step out and hit. Boom. Step out and hit. Boom. And then you step out again, ready for the next part. However, if you get the timing right, it's like a nice dance step. Watch. You step out at the same time that you hit.
Yeah.
Well, let me do with my back to you.
Yeah. Can you do it once more?
Yeah, I will. They're not quite together. They may look like they're together, but they're not. All right, watch. 1, 2, 3. Now, when you get that down and you do them really quickly, it kind of looks like it's all happening at the same time, but it's not really. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Yes?
Yeah.
Practice. Okay, the last two little parts of this are 2 more shoe circles to the left. All right. I'm going to demonstrate them, but I also want to talk about the footwork. Now I need to adjust the camera here a little bit. Now, let me just demonstrate this. So, the blue line here is the straight line. This is the major axis of the form. I want you to watch what I do as I go through this whole move. Right? So I start moving this way, and then I start moving this way. So you have to practice. It's called a crab walk, like a crab on the beach, right? You walk, you walk, you walk. Side, side, side. Right? And I'm going maybe at 30 degrees, maybe as much as 45 degrees backwards. All right. Once more, the whole move. There's the major axis of the form. I'm still on the axis. Now I've started to step backwards. And I step backwards and backwards again. So I'm coming at 45 degrees. Clear? Okay, good. All right, now let me do the upper body for these last two moves. They're variations on each other. It's basically the same idea, but slightly different mental aim for these, right? Side. Right. I'm going to hit this guy with my palm. Right? This palm, the left. Boom. Boom. Right? I'll do it slow. Boom. What is this hand doing? Maybe the guy's tried to hit me. Right? That's his elbow there. Right? He's tried to hit me. So I blocked. Right? And then boom. 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 Hit him right here. Smack. Grab his hand. His hand is coming in like this, so it's already moving in this direction. So when you grab it, you don't have to use much effort. All you have to do is guide it and then smack him. All right. Close. Now watch. Now it's not this way, it's this way. So what are you doing with that? The first one, you're smacking him in the head. The second one, you're throwing him. So what you do, let me find my, oh, I think Annie stole it back again. Anyway, imagine that you step behind somebody. Again, he's doing the same thing. He's hitting at you. You grab his hand, step behind his leg, and then you put your arm up in his chest and you throw him backward over your leg. You're not doing it with your arm. You're doing it by turning your body. Boom. 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 Okay. Let's put all four of those together. One, two, three, four. Easy.
Can you do it with your back to the camera?
Yes, I'll do it a bunch of times with my back there. Right. Just remember, this is a sequence of essentially 4 shoe circles. The last one has a lot of ping in it. Maybe you could even call it a ping circle, but basically what you're doing is this. All right. But each of the 4 is slightly different. All right. Each of the 4 is slightly different. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. Here's the fourth one. All right. So there are 4 variations on the same basic theme. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a good move to study a little bit about the transitions between the yin and yang cycles. Now this is the beginning class, not the advanced class. However, this series of moves is a series of yin and yang cycles. Yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, boom. And between each yin and yang cycle, there is a little adjustment that has to be made. It's up to the person doing it to make up that adjustment. Right? Watch. I'll show you the big one. You've already seen the big one, right? But I'll call it out. Relax. Right here. Right? Why do I come up like that again? Because there needs to be, you don't want to just do the move and then just stand there. Things have to keep moving. Right? Now, the next move, you're going to need to go down. So the transition should be going up in order to go down again. Right, watch. Up and down and out and relax and boom, right? Now, you have to get the 4 yin and yang cycles so that you know there are going to be 3 transitions between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and 3 and 4. Very often when you're learning this, I'm giving you a big clue here. When you're learning Tai Chi, what screws you up as a learner is those transitions. The yin and yang cycles, in a way, have such a clear, clean logic to them that, okay, I get that, right? I'm winding up and now I'm pulling down. Okay, that's pretty simple. All right. 1, 2, but then I just relax. And you think, well, so why that little relax? You cannot move quickly unless your body is relaxed. So maybe the number one thing you practice in Tai Chi is physical relaxation while you're moving, while you're being really yin and really yang. You have to be able to switch back into just relaxation instantly. The only way to do that is to be comfortable with this. And the only way to be comfortable is to practice, 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 practice. Right? How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, 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 right? Right? 1, 2, relax, hit, and boom, pop, relax, and hit, and relax, and throw, boom. When you watch Tai Chi, I've told you this story before, but I'll tell you again. Years ago, we did a retreat up in the Sierras, and it was a group of Master Zhang's old students and a bunch of my students, and we kind of got together. And the first night, we had a really nice night, and we did this form for Master Zhang's students. So they sat, they were the audience, and they watched us. And then we sat down and we watched them do the form. And all of my students, after it was over, they came up and they asked me, who was that old lady? There's a lady named Kat, and she must have been 88 years old. She's in her early 90s now, all right? In fact, she's probably 95 now. And I said, well, that's Kat. Why are you asking? I said, because she's so beautiful. She has really good Tai Chi. Now, she's not, she's not like a martial artist type, but she had really good Tai Chi. Why? Because she understood what was going on. And that allowed her to relax. So when you watched her, what you saw was this very informed movement that was performed in a very relaxed manner. And that's what you
want. A lot of work.
Yes. Let me tell you something. There is no way to do this form at her level unless you've practiced 10 years. It's the truth. All right. But once you've got this form, you've got all the forms, because it's all the same thing. One, relax. Two, relax. Three, relax. Four, relax. Let me do it a couple of more times with my back to you. One, relax. Two, relax. Three, relax. Four. One more. Okay, questions?
No, I don't have questions. It looks like we did so much. I will have to spend hours to just review it.
You're absolutely right. It takes a long time. You have to. When I would do private lessons with Master Zhang, well, when we would do the public classes, all the students who were serious stayed after the class was over. They stayed for an hour and just practice. When I did private lessons with him, I did it at his house, which was just a block away from Golden Gate Park. So when I was done with my private lesson, I would walk over to Golden Gate Park and I would practice for half an hour. Otherwise, I couldn't remember everything. It just wasn't any way. All right. But I was not a fast student. I grew up in the American Midwest. If you grow up in the Midwest, you are not fast with this kind of stuff. I was very slow. All right, practice. We'll pick it up again next week.
Thank you.
You bet. Ciao.